You did everything. You were loyal, supportive, and consistent. You gave her everything she said she wanted, but she still walked away. Now you are confused, hurt, and asking the wrong question. Why wasn't I enough? Here is the brutal truth. Women don't stay loyal to what you do for them. They stay loyal to how they feel about who you are. In this video, I will show you the one thing women are truly loyal to and why trying to earn her through effort, gifts, and sacrifice always fails when you lack this. One thing Stoicism teaches us to measure our value internally, not by applause or appreciation, but by who we are when everything else is stripped away. Marcus Aurelius said, "It is not death that a man should fear, but never beginning to live." Yet, most men don't live for themselves. They live for validation and for love that is conditional, that ends today. Let me show you what she is really loyal to. First, women are loyal to how you make them feel about themselves. It is not about how much you spend, how much time you give, or how often you say, "I love you." It is about how secure she feels in your presence, how centered, how feminine, how seen. If your love comes from neediness, she doesn't feel peace. She feels pressure. And the deeper truth is when a woman feels pressured, she begins to associate your presence with stress instead of safety. Fix it. Don't be emotional support. Be emotional gravity. Stay centered, unshaken, and grounded in who you are, because when you are steady, she feels steady. When you radiate calm, she feels calm. When you lead yourself with discipline, she feels the freedom to rest in her feminine energy. Second, women are loyal to men on a mission. The moment you made her your mission, she lost interest, because women don't want to be your focus. They want to feel your focus on something higher, something she has to rise to meet. A man without a mission is like a ship without a sail, drifting without direction, and no woman feels secure holding on to that. When she sees you build, grind, and evolve without her permission, that is when she stays, not because you need her, but because she feels lucky to be near your purpose. The mission is what separates men who inspire from men who beg. The mission is what gives you weight, depth, and a sense of destiny. Without a mission, love becomes dependency, but with a mission, love becomes alignment. Third, women are loyal to boundaries, not pleasing. You gave more, tolerated more, and kept the peace. But every time you bent, she respected you less, because deep down, every woman wants to feel she is with a man who cannot be moved by emotion, who chooses truth over comfort and principle over approval. A man without boundaries cannot lead, and if he cannot lead, he cannot protect, fix it. Set boundaries, enforce them, and walk away when they are crossed, not to hurt her, but to protect your peace, because your peace is your power, and the moment you surrender it, you stop being the man she trusted in the first place. Boundaries are not walls. Boundaries are standards, and standards create respect. Without respect, there is no attraction. Without attraction, there is no loyalty. Fourth, women are loyal to masculine energy, not emotion. You opened up too soon, explained too much, and turned her into your therapist. In that moment, she became your emotional authority. Once that dynamic flips, the polarity dies. Masculine energy does not mean silence. It means clarity, certainty, and direction. It means being emotionally aware, but not emotionally dependent. It means expressing with purpose, not unloading without control. Don't hand her the steering wheel of your soul. She cannot drive it, and she does not want to. She is not loyal to the man who did the most. She is loyal to the man who made her feel the deepest, the safest, the most feminine, and the most alive. That man does not chase, beg, or perform. He leads, builds, and becomes. He lives with direction. He breathes discipline. He walks in purpose, and his energy speaks louder than words. So stop doing everything for her and start doing everything for yourself, because once you become the man who needs nothing from her, she gives everything freely. This is not manipulation. This is alignment. When you no longer beg for her, Love you stand in your worth. When you no longer sacrifice your soul for attention, you rise as a man, rooted in truth. And the paradox is, once you no longer need her, that is when she wants you the most, because she feels the difference between a man who chases validation and a man who builds his destiny. If this message spoke to you, join us here at the Stoic Circle. Subscribe and grow with a community of men who choose strength, purpose, and inner peace over validation. This is where men sharpen one another. This is where we strip away weakness and rebuild ourselves in discipline and direction. This is where you stop being a man who waits for approval and become a man who creates his own path. Your journey starts now. This is the Stoic.